Hello everybody, it's Richard the Urban Warlock here from Urban Warlock Healing. So I'm doing a collective reading. I'm going back to one of my collective who will be going through awakenings, if not this second, very, very soon. So if this has popped up on your For You page, it might mean that you're about to hit an awakening. We're also coming up to the end of the year. Obviously people like to do reflection of where their life's at, what they've been through, etc, etc, etc. We are getting more awakenings as time goes on. We are getting people realizing that they're in shit jobs and in shit relationships and they want more. Okay, my role as a tarot reader, as a psychic, as the activator is to give that a push. Okay, so I'm going to see what's coming out for you guys. It is collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, as always. If you would like a private reading, okay, I'm not doing them at the moment. They will be back up and running again in the new year. So if you have had a Linktree reading with me previously, a recorded one, they're not on at the moment. They will be back in the new year. I'm just taking some time out. Okay, so let's see what's cracking off. Okay, now I do have to state that with tarot, it is designed to say on your current path, this is the most likely outcome. There are a couple of cards in there that are fixed. So by that, I mean, the universe says it's got to happen, no way around it, but for the most part it's not. So you do have a choice over this. Okay, you do have a choice over certain things. Now recently I have been doing some readings for people who have had an awakening, and it started several months ago, but they've not found their bollocks yet to step up to the plate and change their lives to make them happy. Okay, this will follow you around until you do that. Simple as that. So let's get started for this collective. So first card we've got here is Judgment in the upright position. So the literal sense of the card, we've got what I'm assuming is Gabriel. I'm covering up some naked people because they are dead. Okay, they are rising from their graves. They have been judged worthy enough to ascend to heaven. Okay, we're obviously not talking about that unless I am reading for spirits. This talks about either internal or external judgment. I feel it's a little bit more universal. I feel like it's like the universe saying, you're worthy enough. You are worthy enough. You've passed some tests. You've learned some lessons. It's time to step up now. That's where I want to go. I know that sounds a bit heavy. We then got the Moon card. So the Moon card talks about the unknowns. It's when something's going off and we can't put a finger on it, or we're looking for answers and we're going out looking for pieces of the jigsaw and we come back and there's always pieces missing. When it's in the upright position, the Moon card says, don't bother looking, it's not ready yet, it's not done cooking. It's either that we need to do a bit more work on ourselves, okay, to be prepared when the answers come through, or there's something else at play in the background. So example I normally give for this one, if you turn around to me and say, right, I'm looking for my soulmate, I just can't seem to find them, I feel like I'm getting close. Well, your actual one, your divine, they might be in a failing relationship. You've got to wait for that to break down, then they've got to do the healing, and then they will come in, okay. Because we're talking about awakenings as well, it can be that the information comes through in your dreams, okay? It won't be yet, but because this card has come up, I will say, start making a dream journal, okay, of some sort. When we get answers through in our dreams, they are vivid, but they're often cryptic, okay? And if you can get it down as close to what it was as possible, if you need a couple of days to suss it out, you'll have it as close as you can. Now, unfortunately, the human mind likes to forget bits and then plaster bits over, so it can just make it a little bit more tricky, but there are some answers that aren't ready to be revealed yet. We then got the Temperance card. So the Temperance card for me is the alignment card. Mind, body and soul all in alignment. Knowing where we're at, knowing what direction we want to go in. You'll also notice, hopefully, that the angel is pouring into her own cup, so it's about investing in yourself. Now, often when we go through awakenings, you can have friends and family who are there to support you, not always those, and if you don't, it's about standing up and saying, this is what I want, and if it means walking away, then I will do it, because life's too short and I want to make my life happy. Right, we then got the Ace of Cups. So cups relates to water. We're generally talking about something on an emotional level. Now you'll notice the cup is overflowing, so we're talking about an abundance on an emotional level. Now aces aren't about starting something, they're about bringing in a new energy. So this is saying, right, long term, what is going to make me the happiest? Long term, what is going to fulfill me? Long term, what is going to get me to where I want to be, basically? What makes me happy? And again, it doesn't have to be anything dead heavy. When we talk about awakenings and stuff like that, I think there can be this misconception that, oh, you're going to become a psychic or a tarot reader or something along those lines. First note is we've all got psychic abilities, but it's just about how much you believe and how much you want to open up. Second of all, it's not about that. Okay, it's not about that. It's about what makes you happy. You might be a brain surgeon and you've never really enjoyed it because mummy and daddy pushed you into it. You've got lots of money, but it doesn't make you happy. You might have always wanted to be a train driver. So it's about taking that leap of faith and becoming a train driver because ultimately that makes you happy. We then got the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so Wands relates to fire. We're talking about taking some action. Now, this card, as I say, 3 is about actually starting something. So you got the chap there. He's about to take his first steps out into the greater unknown. He's turned his back on the past. Now, it's in the reverse position, so this is talking about holding off. You're holding off. I feel like you're holding off because it's almost like you're not trusting in the universe to say, I've got to take a bit of a leap of faith here. I know what I want, or I know what's going to make me happy, but how can, what's the long-term purpose of that happiness? Overall outcome is the 2 of Cups. Okay, this is my favourite card of the tarot deck. Okay, I'm a Taurus, I'm ruled by Venus, and I love love. Okay, this is the weddings card, this is the union card. Okay, whatever this is, it could be a relationship, it could be a career of some sort, it could be a friendship, whatever it is that's going to make you happy, get you into alignment and put you on your life's purpose. I'm not saying this, I mean, this is the overall outcome card, so it is going to happen, but not putting any timescales on this. It all depends when you're going to take those steps out and say, do you know what, this is what I want and I'm going to do it. Obstacles or blockages. King of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so we're talking about masculine energy here. Pentacles relates to earth, can be money and finance, can be non-financial wealth. Now, when kings and queens are in the reverse position, they're not very good rulers. Now, this could either be somebody who's being quite negative and dour, and it could be yourself, could be somebody else. And again, we're talking about energy, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's a man. Yeah, I feel like it feels more energetic than a person, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I'm an earth sign and we like a bit of money in the bank, we like a plan. And when we don't have that, we get grumpy, we get into a bit of a panic. I feel like you're panicking about, could be to do with finance. Can I afford to do this? How am I going to get by? Stuff like that. It just keeps dragging you back into that stagnant energy. Final card, removing any blockages. It's the High Priestess in the reverse position. Now, the High Priestess is one of the Divine Feminines. She's Divine Feminine on the more kind of spiritual based level, if you want to call it that. Now, in the upright position, black, white, balance. Okay, not love and light, balance. Okay, triple moon goddess on her head. Right. In the upright position, she's feeling very connected with spirit and she's feeling very connected with her intuition. Now, in the reverse position, it tends to be that that's been switched off. Now, why has it been switched off, Richard? Well, because you're fannying about, okay? You know what's going to get you into alignment. You've been judged worthy enough by the universe. It's just asking you to have a bit of faith. Stop looking for all the answers, okay? You're going on a journey, okay? There'd be no point doing the journey if you had all the answers, okay? This is why it's been switched off, and remember, that's why it's been switched off. Whatever it is that is going to make you happy, whatever is going to get you into alignment, it's going to be the perfect match. But you've just got to start believing yourself. You've got to take those first steps. Okay, I believe you can do it. I do readings like this all the time on a private level. You're no different to anybody else, I'm afraid. Yes, we are all individual in a lot of aspects, but the human psyche, the collective psyche is the same. It's just about being brave enough to take those steps out. So please give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? You might end up happy.